On this week's episode of Bayou Wild TV,
Wahoo fishing is exciting. It's screaming drag. It's just a sound unlike anything else. They shoot far away, and finally when they stop running, you have to gain that line back as fast as they take it because they'll swim right back out of the boat as fast as they took it away. So you got to be prepared to have an arm burn, and you cannot stop reeling.
Got it.
I told you he wasn't messing. Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com. Every day, we strive to preserve traditions that have spanned generations.
Around every turn of the bayou, Mother Nature reveals unique people, places, and experiences.
and the bounty of animals and fish. Well, in Louisiana, we just call that lagniappe. I'm Don Dubuque.
I'm Chris LeCoq.
I'm Captain Martha Spencer. Join us as we document the adventure,
Sportsmanship,
and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
The Gulf of Mexico is home to a variety of fish species. But this week, we're targeting one that makes you say, Wahoo fishing is very exciting, especially if you're fishing with people that know how to do it well. Wahoo are some of the fastest fish in the ocean, so it can go from 0 to 60 very quickly. We've got 7 rods running on a boat. On a center console, it can get very chaotic. Our friends on the Gon Pecan out of Fushan know a thing or two about offshore fishing. On a previous episode, we spent a day off the coast of Louisiana targeting rig donkeys and snapper. Today it's back aboard the Gon Pecan, and the prize fish is Wahoo.
Well, we're following the rip line. It's kind of broken up, not very well defined. Not too much change in the color of the water, but just a little bit of a slick, so we're just kind of following that, going from west to east right now. We'll catch dolphin and wahoo, we'll catch some tuna and occasional marlin.
They are the zebras of the sea, and not just for their stripes. A wahoo can swim comfortably up to 48 miles an hour, clocking them as one of the fastest fish in the Gulf. That makes them a threat to their prey. Wahoo can be found year-round in warmer climates and blue water, but wintertime fishing in the northern Gulf of Mexico can produce some size-large wahoo in murky waters offshore. Wahoo have razor-sharp teeth, making them difficult to land on leader other than wire. But if you hook them in the corner of the mouth, they've been known to be landed on the east lump, cohabitating with large yellowfin in Louisiana.
Right now's the perfect time for perfectly boiled crawfish or shrimp and the perfect jambalaya. And King Cooker has all the cooking and boiling pots, baskets, accessories, right down to King Cooker's own tested and approved spices, seasonings, even King Cooker's ready and easy to prepare jambalaya mix to make every outdoor cookout perfect every time. Find a retailer near you or go to kingcookerwithak.com and use discount code DDKK23.
Welcome to White Oak Estate and Gardens, home of my distillery on Jones Creek. In the grist mill, corn is ground, then poured into the copper stills, filled with water and yeast added. Days later, still water bourbon is placed into charred oak barrels where it ages. Likewise, raw brown sugar and water blend to create our still water rum. Purchase these boutique vintages exclusively at White Oak.
If you're lucky enough to bag a deer or a hog this season, bring it here to Double D. Double D processes hogs and exotic game and guarantees your product is always the meat you brought to Double D.
Double D Meats in Bogalusa, home of country smoked, spicy jalapeno cheddar, and other customized flavors.
Bring your deer or your hog here to Double D, where you always get your meat back in return. It's worth a drive to Bogalusa from anywhere. Double D. Become a supporter of the Louisiana Wildlife Agents Association today by visiting supportlwaa.org. Browse the selection of exclusive gear, including t-shirts in a variety of colors and styles, plus hats, koozies, and more. Gear up today and support the LWAA.
Tournaments across the Gulf of Mexico send anglers into some very sporty seas, including the 3-month Winter Wahoo Championship out of Texas. Trolling baits at high speeds prompts Wahoo to chase, and it's not uncommon to see a 6 or more rod spread on a tournament boat. But Wahoo often swim in packs, making for some controlled chaos when multiple rods get hit at once. This was fishing in an area that I wasn't familiar with. We were in Texas waters out of the Flower Gardens and a couple areas out of Galveston on a pretty nice center console boat on a nice day. And you're trolling for Wahoo, so you're not doing these drifts like you are. You're using plastic lures and you're dragging them behind the boat, acting as live bait. Well, the fish strikes these, takes a bunch of drag. You can't start reeling on them until they stop running.
Got it. Another nice one. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
That's a nice fish.
That's a nice fish. Give me some.
You too.
Nice work, nice work, nice work.
Nice work.
This trip we went on was for the Winter Wahoo Classic out of Texas. It goes 3 months long, January to March, end of March, and it's the aggregate heaviest 3 fish. I was fortunate enough to fish on a different boat a couple weeks prior in the same tournament where we had a much different outcome. Slow fishing, lots of trolling, very little fish in about 60 hours on the water. In Texas, you have to travel a long way to get to deeper water, and you typically will spend the night on the boat. Fortunately, we had a crew of 6 very well-versed anglers, and when we would triple up or even quadruple up at a time, we landed every single fish. Nice one. Nice fish. This particular trip worked out a lot better for us. We stayed out for 1 night instead of 2 and fished from about 5 in the morning on a Thursday to about 1 in the afternoon on a Friday. And we took the night off, obviously, to sleep a little bit. We started cutting the fish off after 22 wahoo were in the boat. I'd say we probably caught over 30 in that 24-hour span. And the 3 heaviest fish we caught that day put us into first place on one trip.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video-monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemary Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
In Louisiana, food brings everyone together. These are the flavors that make friends out of total strangers. The flavors that remind you of home. It's the meals you crave, that take time, that show love. Because in Louisiana, we cook. And we know that when we come together to cook and eat, life gets better. So pull up a chair, leave room for seconds, and pass a good time. Because life needs Louisiana flavor, baby.
One of the reasons why Double D has been around for 50 years is because we are consistent with what built the business. And we go to great lengths to make sure that when you bring a deer or a hog or whatever it may be, your meat stays your meat all the way through the process. But we want to be as true to the original intent, which is a local meat company. And that's something that we want to maintain for as long as the Lord lets us do it.
Right now's the perfect time for perfectly boiled crawfish or shrimp and the perfect jambalaya. And King Cooker has all the cooking and boiling pots, baskets, accessories, right down to King Cooker's own tested and approved spices, seasonings, even King Cooker's ready and easy to prepare jambalaya mix to make every outdoor cookout perfect every time. Find a retailer near you or go to kingcookerwithak.com and use discount code DDKK23.
Welcome back. We're here with Nathan Judice from Baton Rouge, who is a self-professed wild game connoisseur. And we found you on Instagram a few months back and decided we had to have you because your meals look outstanding. How did you get inspired to become so interested in taking it to the next level with wild game?
Yeah, so I've always hunted and fished, and I always love to cook, and I just like to elevate meals a little differently.
John Fultz, did you hear that word? Elevate.
And it's always good to have a really good home-cooked meal as opposed to going, out to a restaurant. It can get expensive, and if you have a freezer full of awesome wild game or fish, why not cook it up?
So we're doing more than just blackening things and frying things, just kind of kicking it up. We've got some snapper here. What are we going to be making today?
All right, we're going to be making a Thai spice snapper with a coconut curry sauce and some
I'm intimidated already.
Cilantro lime rice. It's super easy.
Okay.
So first we're going to start just with a little bit of olive oil in our saucepan right here. And we're going to put some bell peppers, some garlic, some red onions, and some ginger.
If you don't have fresh ginger, or you don't have a way to grate it and do all that, can you use just a powdered ginger? Or does
you could use powdered ginger. A lot of stores now. This is lemongrass. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of lemongrass also.
Where do you find that?
You can find this at basically any store, Albertsons, Walmart, anything like that. They also sell this in ginger as well.
Perfect.
If you can't find fresh ginger. So.
About how much of that?
That's about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. Okay. And we'll let that brown. We don't need to add any salts or any pepper because we're going to be adding some green curry paste and some fish sauce, and that's going to add our salt and our spice to it.
And now for folks that are maybe a little afraid of spice, can you pretty much tune this recipe to your level of spice?
Yes, you can. Be careful. You might want to try it with maybe a tablespoon or 2. I go with about 1/4 cup because I like it spicy.
Of what?
And I like
the
quarter of a cup of curry. Okay. Yeah, the green curry.
So this is going to cook down for about how long?
This will cook down for about 2 to 3 minutes until it just starts to get a little bit of color, and then we're going to add the curry paste, the coconut milk, and some stock to it, and a little bit of fish sauce. All right, so we're going to move on to our red snapper. We have a fillet here, and what we did is we scaled it. This is going to add crispy skin. It's going to add flavor. I always like to keep the skin on whether it has the scales or not. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to season this with a little salt and some Thai seasoning.
When you say Thai seasoning, is this something that you've made or?
Yes, because I couldn't find any.
Okay.
So
what are the spices involved in that?
So it has a little cumin, some cayenne pepper, some coriander.
You can smell it for sure.
Yeah, some, let's see what else, some ginger. And so what we're gonna do also, to where we make sure we get crispy skin, is that we're gonna flour the skin a little bit. And that's just gonna help it dry out and also add to the crispiness of it.
All right. So we've got our sauce cooking and thickening a little bit, and now it's time to cook the fish.
Now it's time to cook the red snapper. All right, so like I said, we dusted it with flour, seasoned it, and we're gonna get the skin side down. You wanna see the flakiness on the top part, and the skin will be a beautiful brown, crispy skin.
All right, we've got our red snapper. It looks beautiful. We've got the skin all crisped up. Now we're gonna put it all together?
Yep, we're gonna plate it. So what we have here is some cilantro lime rice. So we'll start with some of that on the
now,
plate.
I saw you prepping this earlier. You did a little zest?
Did some lime zest, some lime juice, and some cilantro. All right, and then we're gonna place this crispy skin
For those
snapper.
folks, you do just regular lime rice. Oh, yes.
Look at the crispy skin, and we're gonna ladle some of the Thai curry broth on the side.
So you don't mess up the
So you don't
crispiness?
mess up the crispy skin.
Oh my goodness, that looks outstanding. All right.
And you can garnish with any cilantro or anything you want to add some color to it, but it's ready to eat like it is right now.
Well, if it's ready to eat, I guess that means we have to eat.
We have to dive in.
We'll see how spicy this curry really is. Give me a spoon here. I'm gonna take a corner so we can not mess up our picture.
It's really good. Too spicy?
As you mentioned, you have to give it a few seconds,
Yep.
but no, it's not too spicy. The heat with the curry hits you a few seconds later.
Yes.
This is outstanding. I'm gonna try this. Well done.
Thank you.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Miss Louisiana, Mackenzie Scroggs, with a safety message from the Louisiana propane dealers. Propane cylinders are safety certified for 12 years, and after that, you must have it recertified or traded in for a new one. And if you make any changes to your tank or appliances, you must have it inspected by a certified propane dealer. And that's the law. Propane is safe, clean, exceptional energy for everyone, and it's a fuel for our future. To find out more, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a non-profit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
You're watching Bayou TV, award-winning outdoor programming. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or visit the website BayouWildTV.com to watch past episodes.
That's a monster.
A prize in both beauty and table fare, it's easy to see why these aquatic torpedoes are one of the most sought-after fish in salt water.
So wahoo fishing, I think, is probably one of the more fun types of fishing there is to do because of the excitement. Also the fact that while you might fight a fish for 10 or 15 minutes at the most, you're not spending all day like you would on a big tuna fish. So a big wahoo might take 10 minutes to reel in, and you still get that same gratification you do from a huge tuna fish with all the work. Fishing is exciting, it's screaming drag, it's just a sound unlike anything else. They shoot far away, and finally when they stop running, you have to gain that line back as fast as they take it because they'll swim right back out of the boat as fast as they took it away. So you gotta be prepared to have an arm burn, and you cannot stop reeling.
Whether it's targeting yellowfin, a sword, snapper, cobia, amberjack, wahoo, or any other prize catch from the northern Gulf, any day with fishing buddies offshore is a good day in our book.
Wahoo is hands down the best sashimi you'll ever eat. It freezes well, they're fun to catch. There's absolutely nothing not to like about wahoo fishing.
And it's woohoo for wahoo in the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage of Bayou Wild.